Hi, it's Kris from my girlfriend's quilt shop, and today I'm going to show you my two favorite ways of joining the ends of your binding together once your quilt is done. The first method, which is probably the very easiest one, is to take the one corner from the outside and fold it down at a 45-degree angle so that the raw edges meet at the top. And I'm going to give it a little finger press here. And then go ahead and fold the remaining part of this binding. Once these two edges are ready to meet, all I have to do is open up the pocket, place this piece right down into there, nice and flat. You may have to do a little finagling there just to make sure it's all nice and even. And there we go. I'm going to place a pin in there just so that it doesn't move, and I can take it back to my sewing machine and stitch all the way down. With this now in place, I can flip this over just like that and run my top stitch all the way down. Now let's take another look at how we can combine the two ends together. So I have my two ends right here, and I need to figure out how to get this to join together. And so I lay my first end down just like that, and my second end goes over top. Now I have a lot of excess here, but I don't need all of that, obviously. I'm gonna sew these together. So how do I know the measurement in order for these to come together? Well, there's a really great little method I have for you, and that is I'm going to take this extra piece. Now I've got lots and lots of fabric here that I can work with. I'm actually gonna trim off a small piece, and this is going to serve as my ruler, if you will. I know that this is 2.5 inches, so I could also measure with a ruler 2.5 inches, or I could use this method of cutting off an extra piece. I place my second piece directly over top like that. And do you see where these two pieces intersect? That is at the point that I need to go 2.5 inches over. So what I'm going to do is I'm placing this fabric piece, which is 2.5 inches, right over top of where these two pieces intersect. And now I can actually do this. I can bring this over and trim off the excess. And voila, I have my perfect measurement to know how to bring these two together. So at this point, what I need to do is actually stick my fingers right into these little pockets, if you will. I bring my left side with the right side facing up in this direction while bringing my right side right over top. And I'm going to place this pin in here. And then the goal is to sew from outside corner to outside corner. Now, if you want to, you can actually draw a line there so that it will help. And here you can see I'm just drawing my line, again, from outside corner to outside corner. Now let's go ahead and sew. You can see that I'm sewing directly on the line. Now I have this excess piece to trim off. However, one rule of thumb is always check that it's going in the right direction before you cut anything off. It looks good, so now I'm just going to trim the extra piece off about a 1/4 inch seam allowance from my seam, okay? I can also take it to the ironing board or do a finger press just to open up that seam to reduce the bulk. And now take a look. It just fits right in there so nicely. And you really don't know where's the beginning and where's the end. Let's finish this up at the sewing machine. My binding is now complete. All I have to do is just turn this over and do a top stitch just right along there. As you can see, binding isn't really that tricky after all. You just have to know a few tricks and you're good to go. Good luck.